Hey, this is Stephanie.
And I'm Nina.
And you're listening to Live by the Spirit podcast.
And welcome back.
Hi.
I didn't like the way I just said that. Okay, wait, I just wanted to share this little tidbit of information because you all have kind of met Jude now. Last night, we had a birthday party for him, but he didn't know that it was Dress Like Jude night. So he walked into a sea full of Judes, and I was dressed like 12-year-old Jude.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very terrifying.
I was dressed as stereotypical Jude. My accessories were a flat cap and a thing. Oh, I should say my whole outfit was a flat cap, a white V-neck, black jeans, and then my brown boots because he has these brown boots that
The Chelsea boots.
The Chelsea boots. And then my accessories were a bag of Reese's and a Coca-Cola bottle.
I was dressed in khaki shorts, a white t-shirt with a brown polo over top of it, and a wig.
Yeah, the wig made
the wig outfit. Made it. I looked like 12-year-old Jude, and it was terrifying. I had at least 4 different people who did not know who I was throughout the night.
That was the best part.
It was the fact that, like, they pushed me to go see Jude, and I walk up to him, and he's just kind of looking at me like he has no idea who I was. And then it finally hit him, and I had a few other people say they didn't know who I was.
I had to go up to a couple people because I realized that they didn't know who Nina was. I was like, this is my friend Jude. And our one of our associate pastors, who's also Jude's brother, Jason, just looks at her, and just the realization hits him, and he went, Nina?
He's like, I did not know who you were.
It was just the funniest
thing. I would have won first place if Brittany had not shown up and showed out like she did. But I won second place in the costume contest.
Brittany goes big or goes home for these costume parties. We had I don't think it was right before because Jason, or again our associate pastor Brittany's husband, his birthday is in the springtime, and Nina started coming to church in the summer, and we didn't do anything this year for his birthday, but so back in 2022 his party theme was dad mode or something like that, dress like a dad, and Brittany was super pregnant with their youngest son Tatum, and so the way she dressed me, it looked like she had a dad
like
a dad belly almost, and she like drew facial hair on her face. It was the fun. I would need to find a photo and show you.
Yeah, she showed up as Jude in his album cover, and it was really good. If I had done that, I would have. Yeah, if she didn't show up like that, I would have won for sure.
She got second place.
Yeah, I got second place, but the picture that we took together is hilarious.
It is so funny.
It is so funny.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just wanted to share that because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But today,
yeah,
we are going to have a more fun episode.
Yeah, we realized our last few weeks of recording have been super good and super fruitful, and we both walk away from those conversations like just super filled up. And that's super important, but we feel like for us, we take time to research and to make sure that we know what we're talking about before, because we don't want to give any falseness in our speech.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we, look at it from all the angles and have the scripture and aren't just like going into it blind.
Yeah, but at the same time, we also are besties, and we love listening to like fun podcasts, and so we did, every once in a while we just thought we would do a short little fun podcast for you guys. And if this isn't your cup of tea and you want those like spiritual topics, please come back next week.
Yes.
So, but we just decided, we've also both, this is a very common thing, we've just also both had a crazy week.
Yes. And
just didn't have a lot of time to research, and we just want to make sure that we're need to be where we need to be, but at the same time we wanted to record today. So
yeah,
we're having a bestie day. I feel like I haven't seen Nina in 40 years.
We also haven't recorded in like 2 weeks, which is crazy.
But anyways, our thing we're going to do today is quite scary because it's going to test our friendship.
Yeah, it kind of will. It's kind of like guessing each other's favorites.
Yes. I would like to say, before we start, Nina and I had this conversation yesterday. We are maybe not your stereotypical best friends. Like, it's so interesting because in our girlfriend group that we have, we're very physical touch with everybody else, but not
except for
each other. Nina and I barely ever hug.
Yeah.
We don't like, I guess the most physical touch we give each other is when we crack each other's backs.
No, I feel that because we'll like all be at like our friend Genesis's, and like Genesis will like put her arm into my lap and I'll put my arm into her lap and we'll like scratch each other's arms, or like same with Steph, like we'll scratch like play with Olivia's hair, you know, like very much like they're, and our friends like Olivia, Genesis, and Jillian are all very physical touch people. And so, but with this, if Steph and I are sitting down watching a movie, we oftentimes sit on two, like she sits on her Papa Sun chair, I sit on the couch. Like we don't ever sit like next to each other. So it's just kind of funny that that's just the relationship there.
Yeah,
but they do say that you don't hug your best friends, and I don't hug you. My other friend, my best friend from high school, Carly, like we don't hug. Like it's really funny.
Yeah.
My friend Maddie, we don't hug. My friend Maddie from New York, we don't hug. So it's actually kind of funny that how true that is.
Yeah, I think it's because we're close in other ways.
Yeah.
But also I was like trying to think of a fun topic we can do, and I was like, oh, we could guess each other's favorites, and I realized I was like, do I actually know these things? It's like, and that's so sad, but at the same time, we do spend so much time together. You would think I would know these things, but I think because there's so much other stuff going on, I just don't pay attention to these exact details. So this will be a fun, interesting thing. May test our friendship a little bit.
Maybe. It'll be kind of funny to see like what we think.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Okay. Nina has a couple questions.
Yeah.
And then
So, I feel like I don't know which one to start with.
I will start off with a question that's very easy.
Okay.
What is my favorite color?
Is it bad that I actually don't think I know this?
Girl, you got it.
I feel like there's two. There's two in my brain.
I was about
like
to say
blue.
there's two, not blue.
What? And purple.
No.
What?
Girl, think of the most girliest colors.
Well, pink. But what else?
I always say my favorite color is white.
Oh. Well, yeah, your bedroom is all white.
That's why. But
I didn't know white was like the favorite color.
But I
don't know where my head is.
You're good. And then I do here in Nina's defense, I wear a lot of blue.
You do, and I think you wear a lot of blue because it makes your eyes look bluer.
Yeah, and I do love blue. But my favorite color is white, and then my second favorite color is like a soft baby pink. Like that's my Stanley, and a lot of my other things. But yeah,
mine's just easy.
And then probably my third would be blue, but.
Mine's very easy.
Yeah, Nina's is yellow.
Yeah. It's funny, like, if you walk into my bedroom, you can totally tell. Not as much as you used to be able to. My house back in New York, my bedroom walls were yellow.
And it's so interesting because yellow is one of my least favorite colors. I think because it reminds me of mustard, and I hate mustard.
Well, it's not like I like mustard yellow.
I know.
I like bright sunshine yellow and, like, pastel yellow.
Yeah.
Those are like my two.
I'm trying to embrace it more.
And I'm starting to love green. Like, I love green. That's like a new thing for me. Like, green is just awesome.
Yeah. Well, green's kind of a fall-y color. Like a dark green.
Oh, yeah. Like a dark green. Mm-hmm. Which, if you didn't know this, which you probably didn't, my car is actually called dark Persian green. My car is actually not blue, which is fun.
Are you serious? It looks
facts.
navy.
Oh, if you look at it at night, it's like dark Persian green. It's crazy. I also need to wash it, so like that's probably why you can't tell, because it's covered in dirt right now.
Oh my gosh. Not to pause this, but this is a deep question because I'm trying to figure out this myself. Mm-hmm. When do you start decorating for fall?
Oh,
September 1st or October 1st?
I'm not like a decoration person.
Yes.
Like, I don't decorate, but if I were to decorate for fall, I feel like it would be because of where we live, it would have to be beginning of October. Or like midway through September. I don't think it should be September 1st. When people decorate for Halloween on September 1st, yes. I don't like that.
I don't decorate for Halloween.
Yeah.
Because that's not very
Satan's
godly.
holiday.
The Satan's holiday. But I love decorating for fall. Like, I have these fall lights and like my fall candles. The thing is we've had such an amazing summer. It's probably been one of my best summers of my entire life. I like don't want it to end. And so everyone, when the PSLs came back out, the pumpkin spice latte.
Ew.
Yeah. When those came out, everyone started decorating for fall, and I was like, I feel like it's still too early. And I'm normally the person that like I decorate for Christmas November 1st with no shame, and like I am that person.
It has to be after Thanksgiving person.
So is your brother.
Yeah, no. At our household, we used to never put up our tree until like around Jonah's birthday. And Jonah's birthday is 2 weeks before Christmas.
Which that makes sense because you want to separate the two.
Yeah.
But I love the holly jolly. We're getting off topic, but I love the holly jolly spirit. It makes me happy. I live alone, so I decorate around the 1st.
I will decorate like as soon as I get back from being home for Thanksgiving. I will put up my tree. But I'm not before, you know what I mean?
Well, it's so, because I had a really crappy year the end of last year. And so I remember I told everyone I was going to wait till after Thanksgiving. And then I had something happen that was not great.
And you decorated immediately.
I literally looked at Nina. I was like, the second Halloween's over, I'm putting my tree up. I need some sort of joy.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, that got off topic. What is a question you would like to ask?
Okay. The favorite color one was good.
Yes.
Let's see. If we are driving around, take you on a ride on my big green tractor. Sorry. If we're driving around and we need to get something to eat, what is our go-to fast food places?
Chicken Salad Chick is Nina's number one. She'll eat that any time of day. I will
eat Chicken Salad Chick all the time.
Chick-fil-A. For sure.
Yeah.
Am I missing? You've really liked Oscar's Tacos, but we haven't gone there together.
Yeah. I would have to say Chicken Salad Chick and Chick-fil-A are definitely the two that we would choose for sure. I think yours, obviously, Chick-fil-A.
I love Chick-fil-A.
And you go to Chick-fil-A a lot.
I do.
It's so much that it is listed as a location on Find My Friends for her.
Yes.
Like, I have Chicken Salad Chick. I have Chicken Salad Chick listed on there. Like, it's, yes, I'm at Chicken Salad Chick again. And yours is the Lord's Chicken. Yeah, I would say definitely Chick-fil-A. You used to go to Whataburger a lot more than you do now. I think it's just because it takes so long.
It takes forever. I need to know if anyone's listening from a state that's not Tennessee that has Whataburger. Does your Whataburger take like 40,000 years?
Do you know they're putting one in up the road?
Oh, that's great. Another one to be slow.
No, it's another one to add traffic to.
But
I probably shouldn't have said that road. I'm gonna edit that out.
Yeah. I was about to say you literally just said where you live.
I'm gonna add a bleep in there. It makes it funnier.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
Is there another one that you're thinking of, or is it just mainly Chick-fil-A?
Probably Chick-fil-A, like fast food.
If you're thinking of one more, please let me know and I'll think of it.
I have one more.
You have one more in mind?
I haven't eaten there in a while, but I would like.
Are you thinking Sonic?
No. Sonic was very high school me.
I know, but we go to Sonic a bit.
Yeah.
Is it in that main strip with all the rest of the food that we go to? Trying not to say
Chick-fil-A?
road names. Yeah. No. Is it like around that area?
There's one close to church.
Okay. Let me see. Close to church. Taco Bell.
No.
Oh, McDonald's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you have a McDonald's near your apartment.
I have it right next to my apartment.
That makes sense, though. You don't go there as much as you used to, but I feel like you used to go a lot more. But I feel like it totally depends on your mood, though.
Yeah, McDonald's is cheap, which is great, and it's fast, so I can just quickly go in and get something really fast. And it's like where I live, I have to pass it to get on the interstate. So it's like if I'm going somewhere, like if I'm going to if I'm coming over to Nina's or going over to like another one of our friends, it's like I can quickly drive through McDonald's. It's not out of my way. I used to go there a lot in in college because when Jonah and I went to Olivet, at the beginning of the year we could pay like $20 and get a discount card. And on the discount card, one of them was for McDonald's. And I believe, I need to ask Jones about this, but I believe it was if you ordered a sandwich and a drink, you would get a free medium fry. So like a sandwich can be anything, but I would get just a cheeseburger, which is literally on the dollar menu, with a drink that was on the dollar menu, and get a free medium fry. So I'd spend $2 total. So I went to McDonald's a lot.
Yeah, it's so funny because like Chick-fil-A, we didn't get a Chick-fil-A in Buffalo for a really long time. And I remember when we got it, and like there's literally 2 in like that whole area. Like they don't have one in Niagara Falls. Like it's nuts. So it's just kind of funny because now it like having one so close by, like I literally have one about a minute and a half away from me. So it's actually pretty crazy, even though I literally never go there. I go to the one near your apartment more. I do not go to the one near me.
Yeah, well, it's also at this point, like, we're
frequenters at the other Chick-fil-A.
They know us there. Yeah. Like, our friends that we go there a lot with, like, they used to work there. Like, we keep running, like, whenever Nina and I go to a Predators game with Jude, who was on last week's episode, we always run into the owner's son. That happened both games we went to last season.
Yeah, and it's just funny because we go there every Monday night, and the security guard knows us.
Yes,
the one security guy does not know us, and he doesn't like that we stay that late. But the other the normal security guy knows us.
Yes,
and he like doesn't care that we're chilling because like
we're outside, we're not hurting nobody.
Yeah, he knows that we just chilling. But
yeah, awesome. Okay, yeah, now I have to ask.
Yeah,
this is fun. Okay. I was trying not to ask some of your questions.
Oh, you can.
Okay. I don't actually know if you'll know this. Favorite book of the Bible?
I want to say it's James. Because of how you talk about
James chapter 1 is my rock. I will accept that, but there's one that like is my favorite, and I don't know if we've ever talked about it.
That's what I'm saying.
In the Old Testament.
We've talked. Let me think about it. Is it Esther?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say because we have talked about that before, but I want to say you bring up James more often.
I do.
Because of what's happened within like the last
James 1
8 months. Best. Oh wait, 11 months.
It's almost been
it's almost been a year. And she talked about that in her testimony, and we talked about that a few weeks ago, talking about like your testimony verse and like what got you through in James 1. And so that's why I said James, but I did know Esther as well. When you said Old Testament, I knew exactly where you're going.
Yeah,
mine is like really easy because of recent events. And it was even brought up last night.
Second Timothy?
Second Timothy.
I knew it was the second something.
It's so funny. That was never the answer. There is a second answer. And I will take it if you guess it, but I don't think I've ever verbally said it to you.
Is it in the Old or New?
It's in the New Testament. I'll actually be really shocked if you get this because I don't think I've ever said it.
I don't know.
I was looking at that too.
I'm looking at my Bible.
She has the Bible tabs.
Yes.
And so I was like looking at it.
Our pastor, I sat next to him the other day to do something, and he was like, "Your Bible's so aesthetic." Oh gosh, okay, so we have Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, Romans. Is it like one of the Corinthians?
You take your
Did
final
Paul
guess.
Write it?
Paul wrote majority of the New Testament.
But that's Ephesians?
Yes.
Yes! Sorry, I just screamed in everyone's ears.
I can't wait to see the spike in the wavelength. Yes, it is Ephesians. I don't know if I've actually verbally ever talked about it. Second Timothy is very often talked about, and it's like kind of become a joke. Yeah. But like with like me and Jude, like we'll talk about it all the time, and like it's constantly brought up.
You do talk about Ephesians a lot, so that's why
Ephesians 3:20 is like a verse that's like very prevalent in my life right now. So that's why it's like, and also the whole book is great, like starting off with a banger and like getting into how it's God who works. It's God in us who acts and works according to his good purpose. And then it like talks about, that's in, no, that's actually in Philippians. Wait, no, I'm messing up my own Bible books. Wait. Yeah, I think that's Philippians 2:10 that I'm thinking of, 2:13 or something. But anyways, Ephesians is great, and it talks all about how we need to walk in love, and it talks about like there's prayer for spiritual strength in there, and 3:20 is a great book, great chapter. No, great verse. I can't even. And now I hear a siren.
Yeah, sorry if you hear a siren.
And then it finishes with the armor of God, and it talks about submitting in marriage and all the things. So it like covers every base. That is so loud.
It's so loud. Sorry, guys.
Sorry to anybody who is listening and realizes that I completely butchered what was in Philippians and what was in Ephesians.
You're so good.
At least I'm pretty sure. Now we need to look it up. Yes, the verse I was saying is Philippians 2:13, for it is God who works in you both to will and to work for his good pleasure. But anyways, sorry, Ephesians is great. Okay. Favorite verse. I don't know if I think I've definitely talked about it before. I have no idea about yours.
No idea.
If it gives you any hint, and you can't look, but it's in my Instagram bio. Don't look at my Instagram bio. Well, let me see if it's anywhere.
Is it?
It's somewhere in my room.
Is it Philippians 4:6-7?
Yeah. You said it as I looked over and I was like, yeah, it's in my room. Yes, it is. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God who surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus.
Yes, which we've talked about that. So
for sure.
That was like
that one's definitely been talked about. I want to say Ephesians 3:20 is definitely making its way up there right now, but yeah.
I don't think you'll get mine.
I really don't think I'm going to either.
It's in the Old Testament.
Yeah, I actually have zero clue. Is it? I'm just gonna take a whim, go out on a whim, and say Exodus 14:14.
No.
Okay, I have zero clue.
It's in Psalms.
Oh, hold up! It's in Psalms. Is it pre-100s or post-100s?
Post-100s.
So is it Psalm 119?
You were so close.
Ooh.
Like,
let me whip open my Bible.
Hot.
Ooh. Okay.
I have it somewhere. I have it on a sticky note somewhere in my room.
You also have a lot of sticky notes in your room, so. Okay. Is it 118?
Yes.
Is it in 118? Okay, let me figure this out. Let me read it real quick.
I see it.
You do? Okay, so it's on this page, which means it's 3 through 29. We're
gonna have to edit this part out.
Yeah, I have no idea. Which one is it?
It is Psalms 118:6. And it says, "The Lord is for me. I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me?" Just I remember the first time I ever read that, like, the power that last statement has of what can mere mortals like do to me when you've God on your side is such a good reminder, because particularly, and I wish I would have known that verse like in high school and stuff, when people, were being mean and stuff. It's like those, like, humans have no power over me at all. The only person that has power over me is God.
Yeah.
And I should not be afraid. I should lean on him and not let what other people's actions dictate who I am. And I think that's just such a great message. And like, I know that's not how I've lived life. Like, I've lived life like, people, like, with people, like, trying to change myself to please others and to do this, and that's just not what that verse says at all. That verse says that humans should have no power over you and your decisions. Everything should be through God. So I just love that reminder. I think that's on my microwave. That verse, I have it on my microwave.
That's the one that's on your microwave?
Maybe.
I'd have to look.
It's somewhere in my apartment.
I never shared Ephesians 3:20, and I said it like 45 times. So I'm just going to read it real quick. Now to him who is able to do far more abundantly than we think or ask, according to the power at work within us.
Okay.
But yeah, just had to share that because I said it 45 times.
Okay.
Go.
What is? Ooh. you're gonna know this. I don't know if I'm gonna know yours. What's my favorite book?
Your favorite book of like all time?
Yes. I'll accept a couple.
Is it the Summer I Turned Pretty series?
It's so good.
Is that like in your
That's in my top
but 3?
I'm trying to think what else would be in there. I think as of right now in my life, yes.
And then you really liked Every Summer After.
Oh, so good.
You loved that book. I'm
it's
trying
so
to think
good.
of what
I will
else.
accept The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yeah.
I read those when I was a lot younger and in a different space in life, and so interesting having reread them before the show came out, watching the show, and I've been rereading them this summer. Just how different I am as a human.
Yeah.
And also we have to remember these kids are teenagers. And so when I was a teenager reading them, like certain actions made sense to me, and now as an adult it's like it's so funny.
What are you doing?
We had like a last episode party at our friends Joe and Josiah's house because they have this really nice projector, and our friend Genesis got her boyfriend Joe to start watching the show, and so it was just so much fun. We had a lot of people over and stuff, and we're watching it, and it's just like hearing people's reactions. It's like, why are they doing that? That's like so toxic. Just like my favorite thing ever is Genesis just saying, just communicate.
Yeah.
And it's like we have to remember that they are kids. So yeah, I really like that books. I'm even trying to think, but I think as of right now in life, those are my favorite. And maybe it's because the season 2 just came out.
Yeah.
And stuff, but
I don't think you know mine because I don't think I've ever talked about it.
Oh gosh.
Like I straight up do not. Are you gonna look on my Goodreads?
No, I was gonna look on my Goodreads because I'm trying to think if I like another book better.
You can look on my Goodreads. I don't think I've actually rated this book, so I actually don't know if you would be able to tell based on my reading.
Is it a fiction or nonfiction?
Do you know me?
It's definitely nonfiction.
Do you know what fiction versus nonfiction means?
That was called sarcasm.
I was like,
I don't know if I'll know this.
I actually don't know that you will.
Okay, then I am going to give up and just not guess.
Yeah, I don't think you're actually going to know it because I don't think I've ever talked to you about it before.
I would look on your bookshelf, but she has 40 gajillion books. Is it Percy Jackson?
No.
I don't know.
It's the one that's the book cover is literally right there.
Is it Anne with an E?
No,
not Anne with an E.
The book cover that is literally off the book right in front of your face.
The Do-Over.
It's called The Do-Over by Lynn Painter.
Yeah, we've never talked about that.
Such a good book. It's actually right there.
Oh.
I was rereading it the other night. It's such a good book.
Oh, I have another one for me, but you continue.
Yeah, that one's a really great book. And then if I had to pick another one, I don't know if I could, but yeah, that's probably it.
I have another one for me, and you've read this. You've read the series. I had to steal the last book back because you never, or you. I had to steal
the Girl Online, Online books.
So one of my favorite YouTubers ever is Zoe Sugg, and she came out with a book series called Girl Online. It has 3 books in it. And I remember when the book came out, and of course I bought it because I love her. It's actually it's just a cute.
They're really cute books.
And it's not. I think the issue nowadays,
everything is raunchy.
Everything is raunchy.
I was literally talking to Olivia about this the other night. We're literally like you are reading pornography when you pick up an adult romance book,
and it sucks. And I feel like I have to skip so much of the story because I don't want to read that.
Yeah,
and
that's what I really like about The Do-Over by Lynn Painter because it is a romance book, but it's technically young adult romance, so it's not. There's no sex in it.
Well, a lot of these books are non-adult
or closed. Oh, I know young adult books are raunchy too, but closed door romance books are good.
Yeah, but
closed door means that they don't show what happens in the bedroom. Obviously,
that's also why I like the book versions of The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yeah,
those for the most part. Well,
there's nothing that goes on.
There's nothing too crazy that goes on. There's just some cussing in it, but it's
very, very like scarce. Like it's not doesn't happen all
in
the
the
time
book
in the books
versus the show.
Oh yeah, it happens all the time in the show.
But Girl Online is just so cute. It's about this girl named Penny from Brighton, England, who starts dealing with having panic attacks, and they end up going to New York for their Christmas vacation. So I always read the first one every Christmas. But it's so interesting because that book came out around the time my mom died, when I started dealing with panic attacks. And so for me, that was a big crutch because they it's just reading about someone who's dealing with the same thing I was dealing with at the time was so comforting. And obviously I was very distant from God at the time, so that's where I was like, oh, this is how I can handle this. And obviously I found other techniques, but it was just really comforting in the moment to know I wasn't alone in that.
Yeah.
So those are really cute.
Yeah.
You should read.
All right.
Oh gosh.
Coffee order.
Okay. There's several. Nina likes just a standard cold brew.
I do love a cold brew.
You also like, it's this caramel, is it the caramel drizz? No, it's caramel. It's not a frappuccino. It's oh gosh. What's it called? It's like a caramel macchiato.
Yes, a caramel macchiato. Iced caramel macchiato.
Yes.
Which is crazy because that's crazy you know that because I have not ordered a caramel macchiato in a long time.
Yes, I know her so
There's
well.
one other drink that is very standard, and it is based on a coffee shop. Like, when I go to this coffee shop, I get the same drink every single time.
Is that Caliber?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. I don't get coffee from Caliber. So I wouldn't.
Genesis would know.
Yeah, I mean, if I do
we
get
order
coffee,
the same thing.
If I do get coffee at Caliber, it's the
Don't tell me what you get.
Well, I don't drink coffee.
I know.
So anyways.
It's an iced fuzzy sweater.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
It's white mocha and Irish cream, and it is phenomenal.
Caliber does have good coffee. I'm just more.
If I go anywhere, I get a cold brew. Majority of the time, it is cold brew.
Yes.
But yeah,
okay.
For you, Steph does not get coffee. No. But if we're going somewhere like Dutch Bros, she will get a chai.
Mm-hmm. That's a tea.
Which is, I know, but like, I feel like when it comes to like chai lattes, sometimes you get a dirty chai. I've heard you get a dirty chai before. Not often.
It's not often. It's when
so often.
Like when we went to the beach.
When she wants some more caffeine, she'll get a dirty chai.
When we went to the beach, we went to coffee a couple times, and I got a dirty chai just because I knew I was probably going to need like a little bit of energy. But I would prefer just a normal chai. So
that's her like normal drink. I think that's what you even get from Starbucks majority of the time as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what you majority get because if you're not getting coffee, you're normally getting like a Dr. Pepper somewhere. So like,
I do not get Dr. Pepper when we go out.
No, I know, but like if your drink of choice would probably be a Dr. Pepper.
There's like another thing I would get at a coffee shop that I'm shocked you're not saying.
Hold on, let me think for a hot
sec. I took it to Jen's yesterday.
Oh, a matcha.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually didn't know you had a matcha at Jen's yesterday, but you do drink matcha a lot. You most of the time I feel like you make your matchas yourself.
It's just cheaper.
Yeah, you get chais out, but you'll make matcha yourself.
The thing that I like about chai is that it looks like coffee, but it
doesn't taste like coffee.
It's not coffee. I just grew up with a grandmother who wished that she was British and taught me at a young age how to make proper British tea. And so I love tea. And for years, I tried to become a coffee drinker because everyone was a coffee drinker. And it's just, I would end up getting like a white chocolate mocha, which those are great. If I had to get coffee, I'd get a white chocolate mocha. But I just prefer tea. And so when I first had chai, I was like, ugh. And my favorite time of the year to have chai is the fall. And now we have the cold. And here's the other thing that sucks. Starbucks, if you're listening, you're not, but it is what it is. I need you to make the cold foam dairy free. If you can make a dairy free cold foam, I'll forever be obsessed with you, because my favorite thing in the fall is getting the pumpkin cold foam with a chai.
Hot take.
So good.
Pumpkin spice lattes are disgusting.
I don't like them either.
I don't like pumpkin in general.
Oh.
Like I like pumpkin seeds. Like when you roast the pumpkin seeds.
Do you not like pumpkin pie?
No. Oh my gosh,
my favorite.
For Thanksgiving, we majority of the time don't even have pie. My mom will make her pumpkin pie crunch, which is a staple in our household, and then also apple crisp.
Ooh,
I'm an apple crisp galley.
I love
or cherry pie. I love cherry pie. Like, it's just
cherry pie is
it's
great.
the texture of pumpkin pie, but also I don't like the flavor of pumpkin.
Every year, my family, so this is how the Gradens do Thanksgiving. Because the first Thanksgiving I ever spent with my stepmom was when my dad and her were engaged, and it was like our entire family together for the first time, and she went all out and cooked it, and I've never seen that woman more stressed in my life. And so every year after my sister started this, we cater Cracker Barrel. You can you get all your things, and it's great. You can pick it up the day before or the day of Thanksgiving. It is phenomenal. But the only thing that we do differently is that they go to Costco and get the big pumpkin pie at Costco, because it is ginormous, and I devour that thing.
My Wesley and I are very similar in like the fact of like our taste, I feel like, because he doesn't like pumpkin, I don't like pumpkin, he doesn't like milk, I don't like milk. Like, we have very similar taste buds in that way when it's like normal foods that people like that we don't like. But yeah,
so funny. Okay, yeah. But anyways, the pumpkin cold foam I love, but I do not like. I tried to force myself to like the pumpkin spice latte, and I just don't do it.
I don't get it.
If I had to have it, I'd have it iced.
No, I wouldn't drink it in general. And they made an apple crisp one, like 2 years ago.
They have it again. They have something apple this year.
It's the same thing, and it was disgusting. I hated it.
I have not heard good things about it. I'm shocked they brought it back.
Like, here's my thing. I just think the Starbucks is very overrated, and I would prefer to buy from like any other coffee shop. Like, if I'm gonna go to a chain, I'm gonna go to Dutch Bros.
Dutch Bros is great.
And if I'm gonna go to a local place, I have a list in my head. So,
yeah, if you ever need
coffee recommendations, hit me up, please. Yeah. I got a list of places in Nashville that you can go to.
That's the best thing about living so close to a city, is how many local
there's so many good places,
coffee shops and like local restaurants that aren't anywhere else.
And it's nice that you can go and sit down and like get stuff done.
Well, even Nectar has the coffee shop attached to it.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, and so we haven't got Nectar. I could use a Nectar taco.
We went to Nectar not that long ago.
No, we didn't.
You weren't there. You weren't there. Where were you?
I had a friend in town or something?
No, I don't know where you were.
It was my niece's birthday.
Yes,
that was in May.
And that's when you went. Yeah, so I was gonna say. Yeah. Anyways,
we're totally off topic. Okay, what's the next question? Sorry.
Okay. Well, favorite soda. I know I know your go-to, and you know my go-to, but I don't know if you actually know my one of my favorites.
Do I know your go-to?
So my go-to,
Sprite. No.
I'm sorry. When have you ever seen me order a Sprite? I love Sprite. Jillian gets the Sprite.
It's Jillian who likes Sprite.
Oh. Also, the word soda
Coke?
sounds so weird coming out of my mouth.
Yes,
Coke? It's Coke.
Okay, sorry.
I'm from New York. I say pop.
I say soda.
Obviously, Steph's is Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
She lives and breathes Dr. Pepper.
Okay,
it's a joke.
Okay.
It's a joke.
Yes, I would like to express to all
you don't drink as much as you used to. Listeners, not viewers. Yes. They are not watching us.
I started my senior year of high school. Stop when I would go anywhere, like a restaurant, to sit down restaurant. I stopped getting soda and would get water, because I noticed I would not eat my food because I'd fill up on soda before I'd get my food. And my dad challenged me one of our last Disney cruises we did, and said, he's like, you can have Dr. Pepper, but wait until after you have your main course and just see if you'll eat more. And I was shocked at how much food.
Oh, yeah, because you fill up on your drink because it's good, so you continue to drink more.
So I rarely get Dr. Pepper when we go out. The only times I get Dr. Pepper when we go out is if we're at fast food like Chick-fil-A or McDonald's. I will get it because I don't.
She normally has it at home.
Yes, and I have it at home. But even then, I limit the amount that I have.
Yes.
Because I used to literally have probably 3 a day. And I don't know how I survived in high school and had that much Dr. Pepper. So
I don't know if you know one of my favorites.
Is it like normal, or is it special in New York?
No, it's like a normal thing. It's like Coke and this are like
Coke
right next to each other.
Oh, root beer?
Ew. If you know anything about me, I hate root beer with a passion, and I hate Dr. Pepper.
Pepsi?
Oh my gosh.
Pepsi and Coke are next to each other.
No. That's not what I meant. I meant they're like in line in tie for like my favorite.
Oh, I thought you meant physically in the store.
Why would I drink Pepsi?
I was gonna say you're not a Pepsi drinker.
No. I'm offended.
I actually like Pepsi. That's just a personal preference. There's so much soda. I don't know. Let me think. I have no idea. What else do you get?
You've actually never seen me order it.
Is it mellow yellow?
Oh, I do like mellow yellow, but actually, it's not that. I don't think you've ever seen me order this thing.
Yeah,
I've never
Coke.
have. I just was gonna have you guess.
What is it? Is it like a flavored like orange?
It's like a soda.
I'm like blanking on all things soda right now.
Ginger ale.
Ew! You think Pepsi's disgusting?
I love ginger ale. Like, very few things beat a good ginger ale.
No, absolutely not. No. I'd rather eat a pickle, and that says a lot about me.
I love pickles.
I hate pickles. Oh, man. Okay. Well, we have that.
My back hurts.
I gotta crack her back.
I'm like laying down on my bed.
Alrighty, we should probably have time for one more question. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else to ask.
Let me rearrange my body.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
What is... I don't actually know if you'll know this.
Ooh.
I was going to say what's my favorite song, but I'm going to say like who is my top person that I listen to on Spotify. Like if I went on my top, like
Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
that's easy.
I know. I threw you a bone. Do you want to guess my favorite song?
I don't know that I would know it because I feel like songs often change. Is it a Taylor Swift song?
No.
Okay.
I'll give you this. It's an Elton John song.
Was it Tiny Dancer?
No. There's a very iconic
There's another one that I'm thinking of.
There's a very iconic moment in the show that we watched together called Glee that they sing this song in. And it was...
I have not watched Glee
watch it today,
in far too long.
It does not seem appropriate for this song.
I have actually zero idea. I don't know what you are singing right now.
I was humming it.
I have no idea. What is it? Tell me.
I'll give you... So in Glee...
I'm not going to know it. I watched Glee all the way through maybe once or twice. But I haven't watched it in so long.
I'm Still Standing.
Oh.
When Artie and Quinn sing it and they're in the wheelchairs.
Oh, that's funny. I actually really like... And I do know what you're talking about. I love that song. But I also really like the one from Sing. So in the movie Sing...
It's because Terrence sings it, and he plays...
He's so good.
But he's the one who played Elton John in the biopic Rocket Man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why I love that, because
I love that version of that song.
Because he sounds so similar to Elton.
I'm still standing.
But yeah, that's my favorite Elton. That's my favorite song. That's like my go-to for everything.
I don't know.
So
my top artist? I have no idea.
Okay, Nina's top genre is Christian music.
It's really true.
She recently has gotten into 90s Christian music.
Yeah, very accurate.
And slight early 2000s. So that I'll give her. Now, I don't necessarily know who is at the top of that list. I will say one of her top artists that she loves that's non-Christian is Frank Ocean.
I do like Frank Ocean, but Frank Ocean has not came out with anything since 2017. So, if you'll understand, that's how long it's been. The first time I listened to Frank Ocean was when we were at the beach and Scott put it on.
Yes, but you do like Frank Ocean.
I do, but my top, I think I might know my top Christian artist.
Is it Brandon Lake?
I was going to say Brandon Lake or...
I have no idea.
Who did he just do a concert with? I just went to this concert last week.
I understand, and I almost went to the concert.
You don't know who Brandon Lake was performing with?
I don't remember. Oh, wait, give me a sec.
Oh my gosh.
Why can't I think of it?
I don't know.
He just had a new album come
Yes,
out.
you were listening to it and you sent it to me in June.
Phil Wickham. That's right. Sorry. I had literally had a spaz attack.
My favorite non-Christian artist, though, is... I do know it.
Is it Juice WRLD? No. At Jonah.
I'm actually going to see this person in a month. I don't know if you knew that I was actually going to see this
1975?
person. No. It's a person. It's like, it's his name.
Is it? I have no idea.
Noah Khan.
Oh. Makes
But
sense.
it's really funny because the playlist I have been listening to is just called Educating Taylor on Older CCM, because my friend Taylor became a Christian in like 2018, so she doesn't know any older Christian music.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been listening to like Stephen Curtis Chapman, Newsboys, DC Talk, Michael W. Smith, Jeremy Camp, all the people. So that's what I've been listening to recently.
Yeah.
Rend Collective. Let me just go off. Do you know who Rend Collective is?
Name sounds familiar.
So they have the song called My Lighthouse, which is very, very popular. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness, I will follow you. Whoa. That's what it's called.
Ooh.
Anyways, but they had an album come out last year called Whosoever, and it is so good.
You know what I actually like to do every once in a while is Nina and I have one of those Spotify generated like playlists. Like I forgot what they're called when it's together. It's called a blend, and I like to randomly go on there and see
Does it change?
It does change. So it updates. So I always like to see what like the songs we've both been listening to that are similar and the ones that are different. I just think it's funny. Like,
how do you get there?
It on playlist. You go to your playlist, your library.
I bet Jake is on there.
Literally, second golden hour.
That's so funny.
He's coming to Nashville soon too.
Wait, really?
Yes, we should go.
We should go.
But anyways,
I didn't know I could do that. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, our top one is so funny.
Yeah, I know.
The only Taylor Swift song I actually enjoy, August.
So good. That's gonna be my top one of the year. I'm betting anything.
Oh, probably will be.
But anyways, sorry that there's too many rambling
There's
moments.
A lot of
I feel bad. Nina's got to
stuff in
probably
here.
go through and cut some stuff out.
No, I'm gonna have to go in there and bleep out when I just shared the road I like live on.
But anyways, we are so appreciative that you guys stuck around if you listened this long. And yeah,
For sure.
We'll see you next week.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.